mean, yeah, we're seeing Astra, but still, teams really, really don't like the idea of Killjoy alongside Astra, and I don't blame them. I still don't think she's great, but considering how OK24 has really been feeding into this Astra, if you look at their VLR page, it's all Astra all the time. So, I don't know. They're not playing against it or playing into it as much as maybe some other teams have historically, but certainly is going to do the job. They got it done on map number 1, Mimi.
They really did, and well, it wasn't like the most dominant scoreline, 13-8. I feel like they really had like a register on the game at all times. It felt like they
That's
were
fair.
squarely in control. Yeah, but with that, we are into the pistol round. Map 2, SoaR back foot. You lose here.
This
You're
is an
out
A-Rap.
of this event, and Resonate, a chance to double down, complete the upset, and early on, it's aggression towards B. Flash through, and an exec out, but look at this. They're doing the mid to A strat. I love to see this, and OK24 has to fall back, concede a little bit. Support now in, but it's a dark cover to deny the player from defender. Spawn one in the corner. It's OK24 with 3, and well, you might be looking for even more, because Spike's on the floor, and Xander might be soon as well. Chip down to 35, OK24 for 4, and the ace denied, but that is a quick and just monstrous round for Resonate.
Holy hell. OK24 went beast mode right there in the corner. I'm honestly shocked they didn't check it at all. Like, they just gave up his heads, and I'll be honest, it's always incredibly difficult to shoot people who aren't looking at you, so props to him for that. But regardless, really quick adaptation. Resonate immediately caught on to the fact that there was a potential for an A-Rap, which is exactly what SoaR went for. And they set up a crossfire immediately. That sort of thing, especially in those positions, is really rare to catch on to.
What?
And
okay. I thought there was a little more there. I thought there was a little more there to be done for Zabota. Doesn't quite happen in the end. SoaR, yeah, just getting tapped away here. And look at the flank as well, Ito. This one should be done and dusted unless Conti dies. And they have him boxed in. They have him shut down.
Yeah, not much to say there. Could have been more lethal. I still stand by what you said there. You know, could have easily swung the other way. A couple of pistol shots rung out, but again, I don't think there's really anything to write home about regarding that. I'm still, though, I mean, I don't know. I'm surprised by Resonate off that pistol round. I'm still kind of calming down from the high of how they set up a stranger crossfire like that as soon as they caught onto it being an A-Rap. That's what doing your homework does for you. So much footage available. So good counter strat by them, but this is where really the big plays come through. SMGs versus rifles is going to prove to be stronger. This would be a massive round for Resonate if they were to piece it together.
Standing ahead.
I like this
don't
jump
exactly
peek.
look amazing.
Yeah, they're looking for info here. Trip did get destroyed by that, so it's another pretty chill round from SoaR, looking for something early on the C-fault. I am intrigued that they're leaving B open here, with no tripwire or anything.
I think they just feel confident in their ability to retake, especially with Spectres. I think it becomes more palatable. Drone through garage,
They
by
don't
the
have
way.
info on it.
Nothing. Kind of have a pulse on this situation. That drone actually is so much noise. You look how another rotate is being brought through from Resonate. They're trying to get a hard read on this early. Now, mind you, Spike is down outside, outside grass, excuse me. Could go anywhere right now.
In close, there's the spray down, great with the Spectre. That's also a gun recovered. But look at the adjustment. They're pushing towards C. Do they check Kingston? Oh, okay, Nerf. That's an adjustment and a half with the flick on the superior arms. Now, Leak revealed in close, taken by Cryo, but Zabota has one and will be able to dismiss away for now. It stays safe, but SoaR gets the plant down. Eventually, they're aggressing so quickly. Denya wants to fight this, but it's the Lear up. Even odds here. 2v2. Zabota for 1. Last player's Denya. Already found some in the round, and the Lear needs to be destroyed. If they double peek this, they could win it now, and the adjustment too wide. OK24 shuts it down as it's 3 for Resonate off of the bonus.
What in the world was the continuous pressure brought on from Resonate? Once again, this kind of gives me echoes of Bind, where they were just consistently taking fights. OK24, nice off angle for that one, but look at this. Zabota was still so comfortable. He wasn't hiding back sight like you would see many other teams doing. They just continually applied the pressure, and SoaR struggled. They honestly did. Caught off guard by these off angles. Resonate win on their bonus, which is actually kind of insane. So not only are they going to have better guns, better ult economy, but they're just going to be able to farm probably a 4th round. Okay, no. I'm not going to say it. In theory, they'll farm another round. Why are they peeking over? This is just insane. Resonate. You guys are wild.
These guys are just
One enemy
out
remaining.
of their minds. They are playing like crazy. Eco doesn't matter to them. They will push you into your spawn. They will push you out of the game. And Xander's about to come out of the round.
Maybe Eco doesn't matter to them, but hell, Ego does. With some of the pushes that they're doing, that's ridiculous. Resonate takes some pretty heavy casualties, though, but they have the money to back it up. They'll have an op in their hand. Why was I even worried?
Oh.
This goes
Right.
here.
Yeah, operator on both sides. I
Good.
feel like we didn't get to see a lot of opping on bind. I'm not sure if we really even had much out at all. Conti, I'm interested to see what he can do with this, especially towards this A short position. And I mean, with him pushing this, they'll feel the confidence to be a little more passive. Yeah, there comes
Shanks did
the
this.
gravity well. You have so much control.
This is an interesting approach from SoaR. By having the operator in hand, they're playing anti-trips. I think they just grab this control, look to be a rotate, but what are they pressuring as a result? They don't have anybody outside of grass. You know, no one's pushed garage. There's actually a drone coming through. So, I don't know. I'm not sure what the big goal of that push was. Oh god, SoaR even gets cryo behind it. Interesting approach.
Oh, here comes the op. Almost a collat. Finds Bossy.
Wow.
Lord, SoaR, what is happening? They're just getting dismantled. They look like the favorite, but that's not what I'm seeing on my screen.
One
This is
enemy remaining.
decimation. One by one, they're torn asunder as it's another flawless roundup from Resonate.
I don't know. I'm straight up lost for words on what's happening early on. I don't think it's necessarily SoaR like making a big misplay or anything. I'm just wondering what was... Okay, first off, Zeboda, I can't believe you go for that, but two, the C long aggression into kind of the slower default once more, was that just to grab the orb, or did they have some bigger picture thing that I missed? I wouldn't be surprised if it was a ladder, but SoaR, it seems pretty pithy so far, their attempts. Still very early days on in
5
this
in a
game.
row, too.
I know, and it looks likely to be 6, Mimi, you know? I mean, look at this eco. It's...
I feel like they
Pretty
tack
shabby.
after this.
They tack after this? I don't think that's a bad idea. We're going to have all ults
Yeah.
in play. Going to be even territory. I don't hate the idea.
Yeah, they're actually... Are they investing into that hero rifle? Cryo. A lot of weight on his shoulders with that.
Has enough to buy
Okay,
next
they do
round.
tack now, actually. I think this is good timing for it.
Yeah. I mean, what's going through your mind at this point? Is it... I don't know. It feels like there's a lot that's kind of going on that's catching them off guard. Before on that bonus, it was off angles that was really messing them up. And that one, I mean, God, where do you even begin? It was just like strange timing and pacing of the round from the rip. Like right here, OK24 is just going to grab well a little bit late into the round, and he's lucky that no one's peeking, and he's going to commit. He has no one here to help, mind you. He's playing a one-and-done position, and that's all he's going to get. Like, that sort of thing just seems a little bit strange in hindsight, but it's worked for
This
Resonate
is a
so
chance
far.
now, right?
Oh,
Like, they have the
100%.
info off that Cypher ult.
And a
They
gun.
can commit into A, and that shot could have been the chance. But it won't be. Zeboda shuts down the spike on the long rotation, but the operator's here. Did they even put the smoke up? No, they're just running straight in. Conti ready for one, make it two,
One
and the
enemy
dash
remaining.
back. Spike on the floor. Another round should be in the hands of Resonate. Unless Cryo makes something big happen, someone needs to step up for SoaR. Someone needs to be the man to shut this down. Recon
he's
even
pinged.
reveals him. He cannot catch a break. Rotate's coming in. The utility starts to bully. This was the hero. The one destined to do it all in the round, but thus far, he's not been able to do anything. Conti, that angle shows me confidence. Holding such a tight line on the door. A player
Is it
directly on the other
Shanks?
side. Yeah,
30
feels
He's gonna
like
peek
it.
it.
Push up. And then, of course he wins it.
This is ridiculous. SoaR, I'm glad they took a tactical pause there. Yeah, there's... you see it right there in the chat logs. I mean, they're just kind of thinking about it for a second. I'm still a little bit bewildered. I mean, what do SoaR do? Do they try to pressure one part of the map early? Long has been something they haven't
here.
exactly given too much love to, save for one time. But then they
Yeah.
sent 2 players down towards short, got traded 1-for-1 by OK24. Like, it seems that there's just like small little traps available at almost every given instance. I think SoaR just
I'd
need
like
to try
to
to
see them
capitalize.
Maybe pick up the pace. That's something to try. They haven't really given it an attempt yet, but remember what they have to contend with. It's Conti.
Exactly.
He does it again. He's always on a new angle. And I understand why they're defaulting here. They need to figure out where that op is. They need to shut it down, but they don't have the economy for an op of their own. They need to just win these long-range gunfights, and it's again Zaboda on the entry.
Wow. Once again, huge from Resonate to find that and get out scot-free. I don't even believe he had to use a dismiss there.
No.
Honestly, I respect this from SoaR. I think this is the right idea. I'm not sure how changing up the pace would work out for them unless they can really try to buckle down on making sure they trade. Spotting this information, I mean, use this as a way to figure out what the hell these holds are looking like. They've spotted out players towards long. They dash out immediately after missing the shot. Okay, that's a thread to pull on. Now you're going to try to do the same thing over towards garage. If you can get up there scot-free, then you can eventually burst up on towards C. Like, small little threads that you can eventually pull on. Sure, it's not great for SoaR. They're down a player, but it's something to work with.
You're dead.
I don't remember the last time they got on the site. Kingston here now. He wants to shut it down again. Peek through the cyber cage, shut down. Nice shot from Denya. But here comes the Cosmic Divide. It's a post-plant regardless, and Nerfed has one pushed up. He dishes out damage. Spike's still not down. What? Oh, he's on the run it back. They'll have time unless something magical happens. Conti for one. Denya with the op. He's swinging out, looking for this, but Denya's on fire. Hit 3 already. Maybe looking for another piece of the pie. It's Zaboda in defender side and spawn Denya. Can you do more? Can you bring this back? It's a 3v1 and it's doable. Not to be. Xander shuts down. Finally on the board.
What a pivot from SoaR that was. That is them slowly starting to kind of learn and catch on to how Resonate play their game. They lost a player immediately, but they caught the info. They managed to keep that player at A long for a good amount of time, quite honestly. And then they did a burst up towards C. They are holding these angles. In particular, Kingston was hard countered, right? He was trying to peek out from behind his cage towards long, and they were trained on that angle. Denya was so ready for it. If he can catch on to some of those smaller things, this is what I was worried about regarding Bind. It's just one round. It's a single round here, and Resonate have already put together a very solid half, but it's a start, and I think this is what SoaR need. Just a single round, man.
Careful now.
It's already at that point where you just have to think. You cannot let that big 6 on your screen get in your head. You just have to take this one at a time, right? Like, if you get 6-6 here, that's chill. That's winnable, very much so. Respectable even, and now this is another great start. Cryo falls, trades, keep it somewhat even for Resonate, but they're definitely on the back foot. Could exec onto this site, but I love the discipline.
They're falling now, I don't know. I think they have a dart lineup ready, and oh no, sorry, they're droning through A. That's going to be able to clear a decent amount of space. So they're going to move in that player towards short. I think just kind of hold down on that angle, playing for sound. Zaboda has a dismiss and double flashes available. His goal here is probably to get one and get out if at all possible. Not at all possible, but that's going to at least bring enough information so Resonate can go ahead and bring a couple of players over, and now they have to fight this one 4v2. Good luck with that one.
Loading up, spam good, finds it. Nice start there on this retake for Resonate. Denya holds with the op though. In the danger man in this, the one to find stuff, but he takes a dink from the Odin. Pre-fire better from Leak, and now he does have the Hunter Siri. Support still from Kingston. The paranoia won't connect, and neither will that shock. A man in graffiti swing out and finds the shot great from Bossy. And Nerf now on the shutdown. SoaR. This is something. This is footing.
Footing. Have they broken the eco of Resonate is my next question. No, not quite. They still have enough money to buy up for this one. Smart peek towards long. Just kind of methodically taking it, and then they back up. Eventually, they're rewarded at the 34-second mark with another player pushing short. So, again, they're catching on to these small ideas. Question still remains, though, you know, how do Resonate adapt? They still have another buy to kind of think things through. They shouldn't be complacent now that they've gotten up to 6. I don't think they are.
Standing ahead.
No, they do still have that operator in Conti's hands, and look where he is. Really aggressive. Shot connects so fast. Dude, is this Valorant or is this Call of Duty? Because Conti's just quick-scoping him.
That is something that reminds me a ton of like
Standing ahead.
Screwface or Dell, as I guess the obvious example as well, but it seems to be things like that. It feels like Zeboda goes for the heal instead of the dismiss, and that's going to lead to his life's end. But once again, Resident are going to be quick on the rotates. They're going to have one player to replace him over towards short. Camera backed up. SoaR, they go back to square one. They're forcing themselves to stay disciplined at this point. They know that, hey, we're down, but we're certainly not out. We've come back from 4v5s before, and they'll group up in a conga line formation and look to bring it up towards C-Long. They have so many things that they have to get over, though. First of which is going to be this camera sitting on site.
Camera gets info, and then there's a Hunter's Fury. That's likely the reason for this retake play. We'll see if it does come out. Now the information given over rotates, starting, and the A players will be late, so this should be the spike coming down, unless the Sova may have something to say about it. Hunter's Fury getting saved.
They
See
could
how that
counter
works
Hunter's
out, but
Fury
I
to
love
Hunter's
this.
Fury.
Yeah, Garage push up, Leak in position there ready with the dart, but Kingston falls. Now it's even odds. Now this almost favors the side of SoaR. Push up further with the drone, he
Spotted
sees
all
all
of them.
three. Great information. Xander on the site still fighting, and there's two in Garage. Holds a tight line, ADS in, ready for the head, and he finds it onto Leak. Now it's one left, it's the Astra, and Cheat is sprayed away. Okay, 24 shut down, and you know, now that's 3 in a row for SoaR.
And they've broken the eco. It should be 4 in theory. 4 for SoaR. Never mind. I take it all back. They have just so much money that it's crazy. This goes
Yeah.
to show how much a streak of 6 really helps you out. They got enough kills to at least favor another buy up here. There is going to have to be Leak, who does take half armor instead. This is great news from SoaR, though. Again, if you want to keep an eye on the ultimates, they have nearly 5 of them on board. Bossy is only single orb away, and they could easily farm that one up. Resonate. Look at this play. They're sending Zeboda down towards C. He has usually been kind of the boon, the gatekeeper, if you would, over towards A short. This time he is completely deserted, and instead is now overtaking the attacking spawn.
Drone up from Cryo, doesn't see the man up top, but he shoots. Position shown.
he's
Now
in
he
a
has
bad
to fall
place.
away towards short. He is. Conti blinded out. Nice shots, but he does get one before he falls. Crucial, and Leak pushes up. So aggressive. Stays a 3v3. Another on the site. That's OK24 uncleared. How many men are nested in on this site? It's OK24, the last one. He falls, and Zeboda, where is he in this? Looking to rotate through, but Kingston actually pushing. Info over. Denya with the op for a shot, and it's now onto Zeboda. Be good for this clutch. There's that Jet holding the line. Denya shuts it out.
Huge round from Denya right there. Again, kind of snuffing out any early attempts of aggression. OK24 was a massive problem by short. James Hughes dispatched of. That was basically the round done and dusted. Denya taking the right fights. I mean, I think the second one was huge. Like, expecting the push up from spawn. That's a tight angle to hold, and yeah, he still went for it anyway. Operator, we didn't see too much of it on Bind, but when it comes to Haven, it has been absolutely fantastic for them.
They finally broke the trust fund. Down to the pistols. Another C setup, and Denya has another entry. Conti was really the guy on fire with the op, and Denya back in his own regard. I think he's one of the main reasons that SoaR started to find this comeback, because they're finally getting entries off that operator.
Entries first one, and also just really great reads, finally, on how Resonate want to play their game. It made such a big difference. Denya, Christ, this man just does not die without just fighting until he gets into the grave itself. Nah, Kingston dies here, but still, good attempts, you know? He took down a rifle on top of that.
SoaR making me scared for a second as they lost 2 there, but
You want to see
not enough
something real
ammunition in the
serious?
frenzy to close it out. So, last round and a half. No matter what happens from here on out, Resonate probably feeling good about this half, but they have 5 ults to play with here.
So I just want to apologize to our observers. You're going to have to somehow spectate 9 different ultimates in a round in theory. Good luck with that one, because this round's about to get messy. Alright, I'm going to tell you what I'm expecting to see at this point, and that's going to be an aggressive Cosmic Divide, and I think they push up short behind it.
You can see the pings already.
Oh
Looks
yeah,
like the play.
that certainly helps.
Conti's here with the off. Does he
early.
find a shot?
You're
Looking for it, won't happen. You're absolutely right. Here's the run it back. Here's the push, and here's
Needed
Bossy.
that.
First frag found. Now it's the Hunter's Fury up to bat. Now we're down to still 7 in play. The Blade Storm up for Conti, and he's ready to fight off of this, but look at the re-rotation. Spike towards C, it's a free site.
Maybe a tripwire to try to hold them off. Cam, Xander has so much space, he could set up a really aggressive cam, I think. Well, I mean, probably not over towards CT. Lebota's already there. He has some friends to help out. This is going to be full-on slugfest at the site itself. Trades back and forth. Resonate, staying on the weaker end of things, will eventually get snuffed out entirely. So that is 6 rounds first for Resonate, and then 6 rounds in a row for SoaR. We're looking at an even game here in a very pleasing to the eye color palette on top of that.
I was a little bit afraid of a stomp there, especially off of that start. Like, when you start a game with a flawless pistol round and a 4K with a ghost, and then you get your Opper getting at least a 2 or 3K every single round after that, like, things look grim, but huge props to SoaR for coming back, not letting their mental drain.
Since that tactical pause, they have looked so much different, and my god, the reads, the flanks haven't been nearly as effective as they were previously. Like, this is exactly what I think SoaR needed to do, and props to them. Again, in that tactical pause made a big difference. Now, enough of going, or, you know, enough of trying to praise SoaR for things. We need to also kind of figure out how in the hell are Resonate going to get past this? They had a flawless pistol before, but their old tricks aren't quite working the same way that they used to, even on Bind. We're 6-all at the half. It seems like right now, they're going to be trying to quickly stomp in over towards C. They have plenty of players to go ahead and try to take down these members, but they're being shut out, snuffed out one by one by one by one. And it's Kingston.
Oh my god.
Somehow in the defender spot. How did you get there?
Oh, it's not flawless. It's one less than that, but SoaR, that pistol was insane. It was super nice. I wouldn't even call it a retake because the pressure was always on the site. The first man there just had so much pressure that he bought the time for the rotates to come through, the support from the cavalry to swing in, and well, they really mopped things up. They're going to have a great buy into this second round, and Resonate just reset. This is 7 in a row, man.
Crazy. Should be 8. Not too much invested from the side of Resonate. A Sheriff Frenzy half armor on Conti. And a very quick presence to try to take B. I think they're playing for Spike here, aren't they? That would make sense. They've taken the site, that's great, but how much is a Spectre going to do you when you're going to go against 4 players of SoaR? Different question entirely. 3 players of SoaR, though, that is definitely more manageable.
They're very much in the favor now, I would say. 2 weapons to work with. Cryo drones up, finds info on 1, and the swing for Nerf. This might decide the round. He has 1. OK24 taken, but somehow the classic through the wall gets 1. Shock dart on the trade back. Good util from Cryo, but Conti 1 HP. Nothing to work with. The swing out confirms it. Resonate on the Thrifty. Bring us to a tie.
Wow. I think that was the first successful B push that we have seen all day, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it came on a Thrifty. And you know what? They actually kind of went ahead and capitalized on all the big things that I pointed out before as an issue. They had somewhat control of Garage by hitting a very nice shot on the player trying to emerge through mid, and on top of that, they fought back sight and got full control of it. Big ups, if I wanted to point out one person, to Conti. He tanked that shock dart like a beast, and then managed to live to tell the tale by getting another frag on top of it. Spectre's in play. SoaR reeling for money. Are going to have to play full retake on A, I believe.
But this might not even be a commitment. Look where the spike is postured. It's still pretty far back, and the decision is made that they're not retaking here. Yeah, he's just droning up. I thought they might reassess. They could still go here.
All of short given to you like that. This just feels like perfect territory. Cryo, by the way, gets one through the smoke right there. That certainly helps the situation for SoaR, but yeah, it should be the spike down here. Or the round here.
Yeah, 4-on-4 here, and there's a flank of Factor. Keep your eyes on that mini-map because there's a Phoenix working towards mid, but the main brunt of the force, the hammered with is up top. Cryo for 2! No way he gets that with the Ghost. Now he has the Hunter's Fury in the 3rd round of play. Could use it to affect League, missing his shot. Still spams away for 2. Kingston cleans up, but it's Denya. Down to a 1-on-1. Phantom in Kingston's hands, and the swing out is good.
But I still feel empty. Round. It felt like it was deserved, man. What a crazy 2K right there from Cryo. almost completely swapped the pace. I'm glad that Resonate reassessed their priorities as soon as they lost 2 like that. They were not at all trying to sit on their positions and be like, okay, they're going to try to push for more, blah, blah, blah. They ended up actually actively taking fights. A player towards short, name escapes me right now, but regardless, they appeared in the kill feed for 2, and they stayed alive for a decent amount of time, forcing trades from SoaR. And the round that could have nearly swung the other way ended up stabilizing just a tiny bit from Resonate. That being said, this is a real problem round because SoaR not only have weapons, but they have a little bit of momentum following that beautiful 2K from Cryo.
Well favored here.
Oh, look, they're reading the aggression.
They are. Zabota was so good with these entries on the defensive side. I'm interested to see how well that's going to keep converting now that he's on the attack.
It's usually not a sentence you have to say as well, isn't it?
Yeah, entries on the
defense.
defense. Interesting one to say, but that's how it felt like they were playing it, right? Like they were just
100%.
completely just stuffing themselves into the face of SoaR, disrespecting them, shutting them down. SoaR did respond, but it's 1 up for Resonate now. Cryo. Ooh, it's a dangerous game there. Shocks. Deal some damage, but it's a quick push up. Dash onto the site and up above. Nerf good for 1, almost 2, but Conti, he's the man for the double. Denya in the back lines, falls back. Comfortable with the 3v3 on the retake. You're right that that's in the post plant, and there's you to work off of 2 jet knives if they're needed. And Conti aggressing so much. Xander ready for it. He knows how much these boys love to fight and shuts it down. Now Xenia, oh, it's heaven. Molly into Graffiti. 1 found, Bossy gone, 2v2, Hunter's Fury up, and it just has to be onto him. Denya going for the spike, trying to hold this to half, and Xander fast with the headshot to again bring it back. This is just, but what, 6 to 6, then 6, and now it's just 1 for 1 for 1 for 1. This game just keeps on giving.
This is going to be the most beautiful pattern I've ever seen in a Valorant round history. Like, honestly, it's just going to be pretty colors everywhere. Honestly, I think that sort of thing is going to be Resonate's downfall. Conti, look, he's been a monster. I'm not trying to go ahead and knock him down a peg by saying him pushing spawn is a bad idea, but he did that a ton on Bind, and it eventually started getting punished by SoaR. He tried it again right there in an admirable attempt to take space, mind you, and he was hard punished, and that really kind of spurred the retake from SoaR. That sort of thing has been read at this point, and I think Resonate need to adapt to it.
Did you see Nerf there?
Yeah, I was going to say,
might have for a
Nerf,
second.
get off, man. Come on.
I don't think they actually saw each other. Oh, Blade Storm doesn't do anything. Even trade up. Oh, look at the Hunter's Fury, though. This could do it. 1 frag, maybe 2. Cryo, so good with the utility. But Zabota, he just does the damn same on site. A double. Now the Emperor's up and off of his own. They're looking for an eye. Spike down garage, but no one's contesting it, and that info's given. Shock's a little late to the show. Denya pushes past the drone and finds a shot. Kingston on the backstab now.
No way.
Position found here. Are they ready for this? Because he recovered the spike, and he's working deep towards A, but he needs to isolate a duel here.
He'll have a camera. This camera is going to be pivotal in how he treats post plant. What I'm expecting him to do is either run it back to CT and look for a fight there, or, okay, yeah, I was going to say option number 2, just play on site. This is really risky, though, because you find yourself incredibly liable to be traded out. Kingston is making a pretty big gamble here. He's going to have some amazing fight isolation. There's a first-person spot. He has no idea where the Silva is.
Around the site. Knows they're not on it. At least for now needs to swing this. Spots the first. The other's still tagged out. And the swing around the corner for Denya. Wins it through, but that was risky.
Incredibly so. Really risky, but SoaR eventually trade each other out. The camera ended up doing them a lot of good, but only so much that attack can do. He hit the hard shot, but second person just wide swing, stopping at the right angle. SoaR snatch away the round based off of the heroics of a multitude of player. First it was, not Denya, excuse me. First it was Cryo, then it was Denya. Both went absolutely massive. And how fitting that there are the last 2 left alive. Resonate. Economy hurting here. Might give up double digits here to SoaR.
They do have 4 ults to work with in this. A lot on the table. Denya, I thought he had an ult from the angle he's playing, but apparently he doesn't need one. It's good enough with the rifle. Finds 2 off the Phantom. Dashes back. SoaR, they are hitting stride now. It is an anti-eco, of course, but Still, you take these frags, you take the mop up, more pressure coming, and it's the wide swing with the frenzy to find him. Now Xander in the backline reveals himself, shows his position, and doubles for two. Kingston, on a flurry of bullets, will be felled by Nerf, so only one dropped. SoaR the first to double digits.
Well earned as well. I mean, imagine saying SoaR the first to double digits after Resonate originally went up 0-6.
I wouldn't believe you.
I don't blame you for not believing me. I mean, it has been a great recovery for him since that tactical pause. I mean, Christ, I don't know. It's been market improvement since.
Yeah.
Ultimate
We'll reveal
economy,
their
a little bit shoddy, I think it's fair to say, from Resonate, but they can farm more and find themselves in a pretty comfortable state of affairs in about a round or two's time. As for the side of SoaR, I'm looking at them. Whoa, 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 we'll get to that later. Enough about setups. Frags are already happening, Mimi.
Ooh, stays into the 4-on-4 here. That was a weird fight, but they fall back, reassess. It's another one of these rounds
Kingston.
where they get a pick or two, and then they push
Kingston.
deep into C. What is he gonna do with this? Spotted out, but he wins it anyway. Great shot onto Bossy, and the cages might even allow him this very aggressive trip. Sets up for it. Another Cypher in close. TP into backside, but it's cancelled out.
That spot is
That's a 4-on-3, yeah.
So, Resonate are kind of in a, I don't know, I'm going to say
Quiet
tricky
destroyed.
position right now, but a bit of a weird one. Obviously, they have to burn time, but those dark covers, if placed in the right spots, really change up how these crossfires are going to be affected. It's a nice tag.
That buys time too.
It really does. As soon as a single kill goes through, expect that neural theft to be popped right behind it.
That's what we're looking for. There's this wall up for Resonate. Are they going to use it here? Doesn't look
think
like
they
just
should.
yet. Not even ready for it. They just have to push quickly. Out of the nebula, onto the site. One man in the back lines, and he finds two.
Good
Another
crossfires.
for Kingston for a 3K. What a round for Resonate.
And that trip, or excuse me, that cage over towards long, nearly kind of messed things up a decent amount. Good crossfire established on site between Leak and Kingston. Kingston has been an absolute hero in a number of these rounds across both Bind and Here Haven. And this is no exception. Holding back site like that wasn't hard cleared by SoaR, and it ended up kind of doing them dirty, ending up in their demise, excuse me. It's a continuation of form, if you would. This is what Resonate are kind of known best for. Really smart lurks, aggression like that. Hard not to get acquainted to them. SoaR, look at their adjustments here. They hear a ton of noise over towards long, not even bothering to toss out shock darts or anything, but Cryo in a very aggro position is expecting one person to push through and not have anybody behind him.
Spotted one off that owl drone, but they don't know about Nerf. He loves to play this angle, and the dash saves his life. Sabota the protector, but Nerf the pop falls, and it's the dash into short
He's
for
gonna get
Denya.
pushed.
Has to keep fighting, but the pinch from OK24 is good. Now it's Bossy running it back sight, but there's a man behind him. Xander here, still behind the wall, but the cage shows face.
I know
hear that.
exactly where
Curveball out, push through. It's spray going both ways, but it's Conti and OK24 to shut down. Again, we are back tied, Ito.
Wow. I mean, what a game it's been. Cosmic Divide there. I actually think served a very important purpose. I mean, I feel like we haven't seen a ton of Cosmic Divides being used, like, you know, on repeat. It feels like they're used at very established times just for the retake, or not for the retake,
Yeah.
excuse me, the execution, and not so much like anywhere else. So I think that's something that, at least in theory, could kind of condition SoaR to start rotating around the wall ASAP, maybe looking to play retake behind it. It lasts for 20 seconds though, so it's a major chunk of time off the clock if you decide to completely give up on trying to fight it. Oh, wait a second, we'll get to that later.
see him.
Nerfed. He's in a godly position right now. 2 kills, almost 3, indeed it is 3, with a judge of all weapons. If you thought this thing needed a nerf before, now it definitely needs one. Nerfed is a monster with it. And Resonate left a little bit scared on how to deal with this one. They're down a player. Conti is practically on life support at this point. Has a rifle as well as those knives in hand. Here come the lurks, so Boss coming into play, and Conti still online, eventually snuffed out. And who would have thought the hero of the round for SoaR, it's a judge.
My God. That owl drone. Oh, that kind of lost him the round. In one fell swoop, they thought it was clear, a false pretense. Those little tiny mistakes after a long day of playing can be so well punished, nerfed. Insane play. That should not have been around for SoaR. The eco wasn't looking good. They find it regardless. So punishing for Resonate. And now what's the call for them? How do you reset into it? Because their fast plays, well, they've been working sometimes, but now it feels like SoaR's ready for it.
I mean, I honestly want to see them try that strat again. Because, you know, obviously no way they try it twice. They seem to have a different idea than me. Are they farming orb towards C long? I know it's okay.
They're still in that corner.
Interesting. They've
It's weird. Daniel has
Molotoved
an
this a
op
number
too.
of times, or not Molotoved it. Like set up a suck there, I believe, a number of times.
Yeah.
Concerning.
Zapota's holding it. Does Daniel peek this?
I don't
I
think
probably
so.
favor him in this. It's weird though. Bossy holds the angle. Who's the first point of contact? I think it's gonna be Danya.
It's gonna
Bossy
be the
swings
Jet.
off of that. Yeah. Zabota might be dead here unless he isolates it, which he does, but he doesn't check the second. Bossy has the trade, but there's no one else there for him to work with. This may put false information into the heads of SoaR. It won't, though. They're not rotating off of
rotates.
seat. Ready for this play. There's a man that's nerfed back towards this corner. Sneaking in the last one. Looking to do it again. Dash up in. Conti trying to fight. It's Gravwell in the corner. Might have to be the Cypher, but he falls to Conti's
shotguns
op.
it?
Still in the corner. Are you ready for nerf? No, you're not. First frag found. Maybe a second. No, won't happen. Leak shuts down. Now it's a 3v1. Bossy ready for the first one. Run it back. Available. He'll pop it. Looks to make this quick. Looks to make this happen now. A player in the back knows the drone is there, but it's information garnered. Do they push off of this? Reassessing, playing together, drone retags even, that's huge. Now Hunter's Fury up, insult, injury, point blank range. The bow pounds away, but he continues to push. Low HP, needs these clean, and it's a headshot from OK24.
That is just overwhelming pressure. I don't know how I feel about the Hunter's Fury being expended for that purpose. To be totally honest, I think that would have been a really big factor for them, but they've broken the economy of SoaR. So, you know, a calculated risk. I've said it before, I'll say it again. That's been kind of the name of the game for a number of these rounds. But let's go ahead and pivot over to SoaR. What are they going to do on a pretty shabby buy like this? They're going to have a variety of rifles. I mean, this is
Mid push?
pretty rough.
Looks like mid push is the call. They're trying to work off
I
of
like
it. I
it.
like that
Haven't
it's
done this
slow though.
before.
It's dry too, no utility. Do you expect this if you resonate? I don't think you do, but does it even
Expect the
matter?
player
Because
short?
they're starting to work towards A. Yeah, it's just cryo here. Shorty in hand. Could be good for one if they're not careful to check these angles, but Resonate knows that their opponent's money isn't great. They'll play this safe and little info garnered. I don't think they still know the extent of this. Bossy doesn't have a trip. He can make this work. Denya for one. Trade good. Now he's still in position. Finds Zabota. Now Bossy actually
Gonna bring it
re-going
in.
here. Knows that the spike was there. Wants to find the information. Here comes the shorty. Cryo good for it. Low on HP. The trade found. Has to be one man though. Just the Astra of OK24 in the window. Has the cage though. This is an interesting play. This is a sneaky play. Does Bossy re-peek this? If he does, he could be dead to rights. They're playing this together though. Got a whole ton of chances. Made a sound on the drop down. Do they hear it? Are they prepared for it? Looks like it now with the cam being broken. Get towards C. Paranoia.
Avoided the Noia. They know one's backside B.
Yeah.
30
So what I'm
seconds left.
expecting to see here is eventually he paths over to C, but he's going to need to take fights, right? He cannot just
Yeah.
stay isolated on site. I think
3
he
stars.
needs to set down a star. Yeah, he needs to set down a star like maybe long, CT, and garage or something like
14
that.
seconds. He has to commit to this plant now.
10 seconds.
Stars aplenty. Won't have much time to prepare for the onslaught though. Here's them pushing. If the gravity well goes, no, it could. No, it's a nebula. Not able to do it.
Oy. SoaR on a thrifty win that one out. A hodgepodge buy, and yet they get the 12 off of it. We might be going to map number 3,
Match point.
and well deserved by both teams. But we're not done yet. We have one more opportunity for Resonate if they want to close it out 2-0, but they're going to have to do it in overtime. If you thought the last buy was a little bit messy, it's going to be equally as messy for Resonate. But at least they're going to have a couple of more rifles to work with. Kingston. Oh my god, he's
Operator.
going an operator. He surely
That
tosses
is-
it on to Conti, right?
That is ballsy.
Eh,
That might be
That's
the ballsiest
confidence.
thing I have seen this entire day. This entire series, dude. They're on their last legs, could lose this round now, and Kingston pulls out an attacker-sided call on Cypher of all characters. Cryo, Hunter's Fury won't connect. But look at this positioning they've found. Kingston holds the corner. If you press here, you could lose it. He does. Yeah, but C's the main factor. Conti with the judge, not the operator. Blinded out. Xander in the back sight, though. Close here. Push up. Judge betters him. Bladestorm in hand. Now there's one on bench to shock their kill onto the teammate. But there's 2 kills found. Cryo now, shocks of his own, trying to stop the plants. It's desperation. Not able to do it just yet. Cryo in close for the first gravity well, tries to pull him in. Now the drone in hand, reassessing this information, pings out one, but the wall's up. Fight through it, keep going, pinged out. There's a man in close to swing, baits him in. Found by OK24, and it's just Denya. Try and close this in regulation. 7 bullets, 2 bodies to find the first. Nearly found, but there's no ammo. Overtime secured.
Hoy. What just a crazy turn of form, how this was 6-0, then 6-6, trading back and forth up until now. Overtime, well earned from both teams.
Should I play some stars in this
and,
reality?
you know, I think that was the first time we've seen a post-plant Cosmic Divide used. I don't know why that's so interesting to me. It just kind of really was a big factor for them. I think we might see a bit of a pause here. Never mind, actually. I know the ping of one of the players is going a little bit wacko for a second, but I think we're going to stabilize for now. Regardless, I mean, not much downtime before we get into OT. The op on Kingston worked. It got them the opening frag, and it's very unlike the animations, like the Valorant animations, where there's always a Cypher with an op and he dies first. It's like the exact opposite. I don't know, they're breaking the meta here, Resonate. Respect to it. But
No way Zamoto aggresses this. No way. Cam sees him.
He's hard red. Good spot. Not committing for the kill, though.
Here's it. He heard that. He knows. But Bossy finds him. What is this round? Bossy's up long? Okay, 24 falls in that position. This is already so weird. A-site's free. One towards that defender-sided spawn. Not going to be able to fight this retake immediately. And the dart was already used. So not going to work into this. A moment of humor in the just violence that's about to unfold. It's full retake ready. Dart up, shows the planter, shows Xander. He's in for hell. Molly at the feet, pushes them back. It's Denya with the op for the first. Now the swing out, another on the offer, and a third. It's flawless from SoaR.
If only they could have done that a round prior. No, in all seriousness, huge from SoaR. Punishing early aggression. That is a stranger play. I don't think OK24 has done anything like that, nor has anybody on Resonate have done that sort of movement. But maybe just some misinformation, something among those lines that ended up kind of getting him hard clear because there was already a player long. It's a bit strange to look at from the third person, but it goes to show you communication is such a big thing in this game. Look at this. Now it's going to be Bossy's turn for a little bit of aggression. This time it's a lot more safer. It's only towards C Cubby. How often does this even work?
The entry. Do you clear this now?
Oh,
absolutely not. Trigger discipline.
Oh, it does work.
Is there going to be more bodies in the Dasro form? This could be 2 here, Bossy. This could be huge. The first and the second. This could be it. This could be the game closed out off that play. Bossy looking for a little more. They're on the site. They need to dispel him from long. League has one. 3v3. That Barnacle still holding down. It's Bossy. And he even clears out the flank, confirms it, trades towards defender spawn. League now from garage. Everyone's isolated here. No one able to fight together. Xander falls. Last man, Bossy, already found 2 in the round.
He's done his
part. More. Kingston, where are you looking? Not towards long. Bossy for the first now to run it back. This could be it. This could be a chance. And Bossy, my God, the clutch with 4 to find it in overtime.
He's done literally every single piece of work in that round. He got as close as you can to an ace, but the lineup, the patience, and then the execution on 2 coming up towards long. That is just a godly play from him. SoaR will bring this to map 3. No, Bossy will bring this to map number 3. Amazing heroics